What's up guys? Pro players are making colossal gains with this new meta giant deck. The supremely quick 2.8 elixir cycle, the ranked 37 player in the world is deploying giants every chance he gets. By focusing on cycling zaps and bombers, you can get to the evolutions to make menacing pushes. When you start a Night Witch in the back or defend with it and throw a giant in front, you can either go in for an evolved zap to break through any type of defense, reset Inferno Dragons and Mighty Miners, and use the evolved zap to instantly obliterate any problematic range cards like evolved firecrackers that won't die to your arrows. And after you break through buildings forcing your opponent to defend with units, you force them out of the match with the evolved bomber breaking down their doorstep. After enough damage is dealt from the beatdown proponents of the deck, the minor arrows and evolved zap secure the win. It's time to evolve giant decks, mixing its raw power with the finesse of minor cycle to assert dominance. And giant love to everyone supporting the channel with creator code SirTag. If you only have one evolution, use the evolved bomber. But evolved zap and evolved bats work well in the deck too. Hey, this guy's got a golem in the banner and I'm ready to go with all my spam. So y'all already know, if we're playing a pseudo golem deck but with giant, our maneuverability is going to be unmatched by a golem. That big bag of rocks in the back is not able to build up as big of a push as us as quickly as we can. I'm going to go for bats, and we have bomber, and we already have an adventurous 9 elixir spent at the river. Meanwhile, our opponent is going to be going in for goblins. I didn't expect him to have goblins with the golem deck. I thought he wouldn't have a fast cycle deck, but apparently he does. The cool thing that we have at our disposal is the ability to use the evolved bomber on defense, and he used his arrows already, right? So we should be able to surprise him and end in his demise with arrows on everything. If we want to do that or a zap, either one of them work. The main thing is just disposing of the bats so then we can guarantee that we don't lose our tower, since our cannoneer does not do so well into bait cards that are hustling and bustling through. That's why we have zap, that's why we have arrows, that's why we have bats and skeletons for massive maneuverability and quality cleanup against bait cards. And that's why cannoneer is a lot better in very specific situations. What is he trying right now? This guy. Wait, I didn't even need to miner. The evolved bomber hit the elixir collector behind the tower. I've never seen someone have the gall and the confidence to go for an elixir collector in the face of a giant push. Like, that was a giant colossal failure from my guy. And honestly, he's probably gonna die for that. He's not having a great time, or at least he's gonna cry. We're gonna go in for the Night Witch in the back in the same side, and then we can build up a bigger push again. I think it's generally better for us to bombard him with the bomber so we can force out the arrows that way and then get back to another Evo bomber, because that worked so well for us last time. Also, we could ideally go in for a Zapperino on the bats and then keep the bomber alive like so and deal even more of a finishing blow. As long as I don't lose my tower here, we're chilling. I'm going to arrow so that we can conveniently clean up his Night Witch, and if our bats survive, come on, bats. Bats, don't do me like that. You literally had one job, to win. You didn't want to win for me. His bats said, nah, I'd win, and they destroyed us. All right, it's okay. It's fine. We're totally chilling. Oh my gosh, he's really goleming at the river like that. You savage. You certifiable savage. All right, so we're going to Evo Bomber again, and then I think that we're just trying to not get 3 crown right now, so I guess we're going to go for an Evo Zap. Yeah, let's just run it. Evo Zap is 100% the play when this guy is trying to exterminate us. Yo, calm down. He just dropped his entire bank of 2 evolutions into evolved chaos of arrows. Like, what? We slimed him. I've never slimed someone that hard in my life. Back-to-back brilliance from our opponent, dropping the elixir collector into the evolved bomber and then letting his evolutions getting slaughtered by arrows. I mean, we'll collect the win. Typical golem players not really paying that much attention to their cards. It always happens when you play into electro giant, elixir golem, or golem players. They just spam all the time. And it's time for us to start spamming wins on ladder. We're starting off strong at 9,998 in the world. And honestly, I wouldn't mind losing a rank for maximum 9s and maybe a little bit more luck. Yo, we got another one. Love log bait. Well, I love beating log bait, especially when we have arrow, zap, and miner. Your princesses are never going to be safe. So it's time to snipe him, dropping our Night Witch in the back, hopefully baiting out the princess. And of course, guys, I always forget to swap out the cannoneer for the princess tower. And you know what? I feel like if the princess tower would have to see a princess getting slaughtered because he's running log bait, it wouldn't be very nice of us. So that's obviously the reason. Definitely not my inability to remember things. Anyway, we have a bat on the tower. Wait, we have 2 bats on the tower. Oh, dude, wait. What? There's no way this is like a legitimate thing. Someone just drops a Mega Knight like nobody's business. All right, we obviously have to go in for a bomber here, and then we've got to go for skeletons to activate King Tower against the Mega Knight. But I don't know if the Mega Knight even activates King, does it? Oh, that was so close. Cannoneer is ridiculously overpowered to the extent that it almost melted a Mega Knight before we were able to activate King Tower with our skeletons and bomber pull. I think that's stupid. I think that Clash Royale really needs to reevaluate the Cannoneer's damage. Also, if you're unaware, the Cannoneer stops the skeleton barrel before it connects to the tower, so you don't take death damage ever. All right, we're going to arrows here because I think that's only a bandit dash. And then we can start to crash our insane amount of spam directly into him because we are up a lot of elixir. So we're flocking with our bats, and I believe that this is going to be really ridiculously tough for him to defend. Yeah, he's going to have to go in for a Firecracker and Goblin Gang. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be for him, but man, the guy really got a Mega Knight Inferno Tower deck. I still don't understand. Like, it's so funny. It's fun and funny at the same time, and slightly sad that this is the thing. Anyway, we're going to use our Evo Bomber for the greater good and get value. And hopefully we can say goodbye to his spam if we go in for an... Oh, man, I hate that. That was so smart on his end. Wait, this is actually really, really good on his end. I think he's going to be able... Oh, he didn't get any damage. What? Excuse me, that was so good, yet it wasn't. That was wacky. Anyway, I think we have to go and build up a giant push on the right-hand side since we've done damage with the Night Witch. It might as well just protect the right-hand side from any aggressive tendencies from our opponent. Also, we can go for bats, and then we can use Miner, and then Evo Zap on a Goblin Gang. I wonder if this just wins us the game. Oh, wait, he's too smart. He's clean with it. He's clean with it. Is he Inferno Tower? There's no way. All right, yeah, you know, he did an Inferno Tower, but I have to use a bomber on that, which is horrible. I think he's going to go Goblin Gang so I could arrows on it. No, he's not back to it. He's not back. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're thriving, my guy. Wait, never mind. We have to arrows? All right, wait, there's 2 Mega Knights on the map. This is whack. Yo, chill, bro. Calm down with the aggression, my guy. We have to zap so then it gets one shot. And then we can arrows because I think the arrows will be able to clean up all the skeleton barrel. And then I think we're okay. I just need to be able to clean up the skeleton barrel and the Mega Knight. And I believe, yeah, Mega Knight was jumping in the air, but we didn't care. And he's screaming that that's not fair because that Mega Knight really felt like it was going to get value, and it didn't. So I can go for another Night Witch. I think it's going to be better for us to just eat the damage there, follow up with a giant, and then go in for arrows or zap. Or maybe just bomber. Screw it. Why wouldn't we just bomber that? Zap finishes off all the other stuff anyway. We can maybe go in for a miner. Notice how I'm selectively eating damage in the best situations to make sure that I can aggregate more elixir on the map on the right-hand side to force out even more spam from our opponent in the side that matters for us. All right, so we'll go for skeletons and then we'll arrows. Ooh, this is kind of spooky. I don't love this that I have to go in for an involved bomber on defense, but the necessity that has to be done to maximize our defensive fun and also hopefully be able to get an evolved zap on all this. I mean, this is crazy. This is a ludicrous value. I got to get skeletons down again, and then I think I can get... No, I don't even have to do anything. Watch the wall breakers die. The wall breakers just die. It's so dumb. They maybe have to fix that. The evolved wall breakers will be able to break through, but not the regular. Oh my gosh. Calm down, my guy. Calm down with it. Wait, if this takes my tower, I'm just sad. I'm actually so sad if that works. There's no way, right? What if we just go Evo Bomber in his butt and do this, and we're fine, probably? Question mark? I mean, I don't think that breaks through. Oh my gosh, the bats! I didn't even realize how much value I got. And the bats wrecking our opponent helped us realize the win. I gotta say, I love beating Logbait. And we're leaping up the leaderboard to 8,400 in the world. And after handing Logbait a loss, we gotta go and swap in the Princess Tower to say that we don't hate bait that much. The prime Logbait mascot is now an ever-present part of our team. Hey, we're playing against someone that finished 423 in the world, and his name is Number One. Well, we will be a number one fan if you can just let our Princess Tower win. Just let her walk over you, my guy. Oh my gosh. Another brilliant golem in the back player. First play. Without any care and consideration for his Princess Tower. We will show you to repent for that play, bro. So, obviously, you know, it's going to be slightly more difficult right now because we don't have the Cannoneer to help melt this golem. And he is soaking up everything. So, you know, do they get higher ranks by ignoring more things? Because the first player we played against definitely had a lower rank than 400 in the world. This is a top 400 player just ignoring everything. He's literally possibly going to let me 3-crown him. I genuinely did not expect this to be the play, but I guess that's what he's going to do today. So we're going to use our bats, and hopefully, I mean, I think that it would have been better for me to just go for the 3. I'm not even going to fib. I think that was a better play. What if we just eat the damage, and then I go Giant Night Witch when he golems in the back again? I wonder if that's a good strategy. I want to do it so bad right now. I believe that we should, you know, maximize our all-in potential with the Night Witch, and then, oh no, we went headfirst into Barbarians. That's why this guy was so supremely confident, because Giant doesn't break through Barbarians unless you go in for an Evolve Bomber and arrows, or Evolve Zap and Bomber at the same time. It's just too much elixir. Dude, stop it, you menace. You massive mid-ladder menace, but you're also ranked 400, so I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Wait, the bats and skeletons might be able to clean up the lumberjack. That worked out really well. This miner isn't going to do much, but maybe it can tank for 2 bats. 2 bats in a dream? Nah, the bats are dead. They're not going to do anything. They were more of a meme than a dream. We are now very committed to the 3 crown, which might not be the best decision. But I believe that we might be able to do something with Evo Bomber into the Barbarians, or just bank on the damage from this. Wait, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. One more shot is what we wanted, but it didn't happen. Yo, we are rushing for the 3 crown and we barely get it. Let's go. If that Giant didn't secure the last hit, I guarantee you, this guy would have been hitting me up with a golem in the pocket, going straight for my 3 crown. So it was a madman rush to mash our opponent's tower before we got smashed to bits. I'm not gonna lie, the miner zap probably would have dug up the W for us in the last couple seconds, but I'm just glad it didn't go to that point. It's kind of fitting that the rank 423 player in the world had Bomber in his banner and in his mastery, and that was the card he got destroyed by. And this guy's got Monk in the banner, and that is not a card that I want to be playing against today. It reflects back my Bomber and makes us a sad panda. So hopefully he's going to be on the brink of extinction and not bouncing back our stuff. I'm going to be cycling our Bomber in the back, and I want to go and spam the zap, but ooh, that's so bad for me. Night Witch, don't walk into the poison. You have a wonderful life ahead of you. Just wait a little bit, brother. All right, I guess we're to arrows that. That's fine. I think this is a-okay if we can get a miner down. I'm not going to spend any extra elixir with the bats because they're not evolved. I want to be really galvanizing our aggression with our zap instead of dropping cards that aren't necessarily going to be augmenting our speedrun cycle of evolutions. So you already know we're deliberately cycling the Bomber and the Zap more frequently than we would be with the Zap plus the Bats and the Night Witch. The Night Witch is nice to augment our offense, and that's a card that we typically want to be dropping, but the Bats, they're way more of a defensive card with this deck since they're not evolved. But if you put in an evolution, it changes how you play the deck radically then. You're going to be spamming them a lot more frequently. I wonder if I can make him freak out and go in for an evolved Bomber in his face. This could be really funny. There's no way, right? There's no way. It just splashed onto all of his stuff, and then it's going to force out more elixir, and then we can zap Reno, and then everything's gone. Is he just dead in an evolved Bomber? There's no way that this card is that broken, even after the nerf. That's ridiculous. We just took out like half of his tower, even more, in one push. In one push, man. AKA the 2 elixir Bomber. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. We do vibe with that heavily if we can arrows at the right point. We encapsulate the Goblin, and we clean up the wall breakers, so that's not bad. I do like damaging the drill with arrows as well, so I think it was a 3-for-1 wombo combo. We're going to go in for a giant, and then I want to go for a miner as well. As you can see, this deck is extremely aggressive, but if you don't break through with the giant Night Witch, you can always bank on the miner getting guaranteed damage every time. And then we can Evo Zap for area denial. He's poisoning on the Zap, and we're just like, we're marking our territory. We're showing the supremacy and the superiority of the evolved Zap over the poison. It costs less elixir, it still does the same thing, and you have the nice added benefit of just area control of stunning your opponent's stuff. I think this guy is stun locked in just in disbelief that he already lost the game. He's now trying to go in for a drill on the other side, but this game is utterly over. After you get an advantage in the game, you truly don't have to try because the opponent is going to be fully focused on defending your giants, your Night Witches, and evolved Zaps for the rest of the game, and can never fumble together a meaningful offense that would apply a pressure to the point that they could take a tower. Just taking a cursory glance at the end of the match, the guy's last tower was at 124 health, while he was still struggling to take even one of our towers. Hey, we got a game against Amir. What's up, man? We're dropping a good luck, and I think this is going to be a really good start for us. He was hiding in the banner with his miner, and we're ready to go and ban whatever card he's going to be dropping. Normal lava hounds today, bro. Stop it. The bad thing about our matchup here is we don't necessarily have a building to stop a balloon if he wants to go in for one. I do think he's probably going to do it because most people do. And we want to be able to maybe multiply an insane amount of bats here if we have any shot of making anything happen on defense. We have to starve that lava hound without any support. The Night Witch is going to be able to enable us to do that. I think that the Night Witch drawing back all of the skeleton dragons is ideal, just keeping that there in a pretty far proximity. And then I think we want to go for another Night Witch so we can start spawning more bats. Fortunately, the skeleton dragons were dissected, so one was on the other side, and then the other one, I guess that's going to cause some grief for us, but it's not terrible. And if we can go for a giant, we might be able to terrify them, please. Yes! The giant body blocked the Night Witch. That was prime positioning, and I didn't know if it was going to work out. So I'm pretty happy about that. And it's going to be even better because we got Zap with the bats. There's no way. That worked out brilliantly. And then we can bombard him with the bomber to get even more value, adding insult to injury and causing ever more grief. That is ever more damage for us, and that is exactly what we want to see. An ever-present pain for our opponent on his face. All right, this is cool. I guess I can go for a miner here, and I can also go for bats, but we're doing really, really well. It's nice how this deck has decisive damage early on in the match, and you can look at it and be like, wow, I've kind of capitalized on just one thing, and I've taken out 3,000 damage. It's the power of having a beatdown deck with the finishing capabilities of a miner, where miner poison usually just does all of its damage gradually and then eventually wins the game. This deck can do all of its damage at once, and then it can win the game if you are struggling to finish off the game. The miner just pops through and gives you value. Also, since we're able to clean up the lava hound with arrows, I don't think he's going to get any damage. I have already won this match with 50 seconds left. It's an easy cleanup. So my brother did go in for an all-in balloon bash, but he's going to crash down because there's no way he can stop the miner or the giant, and we secure a dominant win with 3,000 tower health on our left-hand side. Even if you unluckily match into a lava hound balloon deck with Inferno Dragon and Evolved Barbarians, you can still beat them down. All right, Fernando with the Elixir Golem Evolved Zap in the banner. The Evolved Zap is in the Elixir Golem's stomach, so I wonder if he's going to be able to stomach our strategy, or if he's going to falter and fall and have a stomachache after he's just utterly bamboozled by our plays. I truly don't think that most people are comfortably going to be able to counter our spam, just because they're not necessarily identifying what the deck is immediately. And then, you know, if the miner's tanking and then you can't lock on to my aggressive giant and bomber, you're bound to take a ton of damage. Oh, it's definitely an Elixir Golem deck. Oh, I mean, he had it in his banner. I was a non-believer. I cycled my giant. I'm in a bad spot. I need to cycle back to another giant, or I need to be able to kite the battle healer away so I don't die. I really need to be able to kite his support cards so I can isolate the strategy and defend minimalistically and not spend an insane amount of elixir. So ideally, the strategy is this: going in for the bats here and then arrows and cleaning up everything and losing a tower without getting 3 crown. This is definitely one of the worst and most diabolical strats for us to play into, and it is really hard to defend and win. But it is winnable if I play perfect. I actually have to play perfect if I want to win this, though. The bats and the miner take the tower on the right. We are currently winning, but we're going to get 3 crowned. If I didn't kite his supporting cards to the other side, I would have gotten rolled because I don't have any big spells to damage down his Elixir Golem. So that's a huge problem, right? If he goes Battle Healer and he has the Elixir Golem on the same side, I just lose. Also, that bats... I mean, I think I need to cycle bats on the right and try to go for the 3 crown because he's probably going to go Electro Dragon into this Night Witch. The Night Witch is never safe. Yeah, the Night Witch, again, is just going to die. I can maybe go Giant in the middle and hopefully the... I don't know. This is really risky. This is really risky. I might be able to take the tower. If we're lucky enough, the Night Witch is going to be able to spawn enough bats and at least apply pressure to the point that he loses the Battle Healer. I hope that that's what happens. Maybe I'm just coping really, really hard, but who knows? I'm trying my hardest to melt this, and it's not looking good. It is kind of working, somewhat, a little bit. We were coping for a while, but who knows? I'm going to try to finish off the Electro Dragon. Oh, wait, the Electro Dragon's all by itself. It's stranded. There's no way I got so lucky. Let's go. Well, maybe it was a pro play. We're going to say pro play. We're not going to say luck. Not yet. Not yet. We're not lucky until we win, if we win. All right, do we just kite back his units in perpetuity? Because the Battle Healer is just going to lose the game. I don't know how I kill that. I genuinely don't know how I kill that. Maybe I can get bats down on the Battle Healer and then Evo Bomber in his face and then Zap, possibly? I mean, if the Evo Bomber just hits the tower, then that's good enough for me. Oh, yes. The bats are wrecking him. All right, with 18 seconds remaining, I think that if I can just hold his units at bay, I might be able to get this Elixir Golem out of play and melt the Battle Healer and miner down his tower. If I win this matchup, it is actually a 100-0 matchup in his favor. He should never lose this out of 100 matches played. If I win this, this would be the most spectacular win of my life. Like, legitimately, I cannot believe we won that. We have no answer to Battle Healer. If he stacks up a Battle Healer in the same side, we instantly die. But with micromanagement and outplay by pulling his units all over the map, we were able to secure a win. It's not often that I'm proud to win a match, but if I tried that match maybe out of 100 games, I would probably have lost 99 of them. Winning that one is nothing short of miraculous. And it's always nice making magic happen against Elixir Golem, evaporating that toxic deck. Give a giant smack to the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.